The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah. Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison, and Newey Scruggs.
Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Players Lounge here, the SWBC podcast studios here at Frisco, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. World Headquarters team is still out Oxnard, California. They have a game tomorrow at beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, site of the next Olympiad, by the way. They wrap up in Paris. The next games will be in Los Angeles, California. It'll be the third time LA has hosted the games, 1932 and 1984. So
it is.
Yes,
Not the same Inglewood. Not the same Inglewood.
That's true. No,
Inglewood has changed.
Yeah, at least we ain't got to be up at 3 in the morning to catch something when that come on. Right there.
Yes, sir.
You'll be on time.
Yes,
and also
indeed.
the Clippers arena is going to open up, so that whole area has changed down there. So good time. Good times to roll through Inglewood here. All right, Heckma Harrison in the house.
As always.
Barry Church.
As always.
Here we go.
How was your trip, man? You got to tell me. You got to come in here with some pictures. You got to come on. I for sure thought you was gonna show up with some gear for my man.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Once I got down there, I've never seen anything like it. It was
beautiful.
The golf mecca. Like, it was unbelievable. We played Pinehurst 2. We played Pinehurst 5. I mean, Mid-South, Tullamore. That whole area is just, once you're driving in from Raleigh, trees are all high. I mean, it was
the pine trees,
super high. It was unbelievable. They have like 25 great courses all within like 20 miles right there. If you're a golfer, you've got, I mean, it's the golf mecca. You can't go wrong with any course you go to. Pinehurst was unbelievable. One of the hardest courses I've ever played. I thought I was a big and bad. Let me go back to the pro tips and play. Man, they beat my butt. All right. But it was a great time, though.
What did you shoot?
Oh, the first day at Pinehurst when I thought I was a big dog.
Yeah,
I shot a 97. It was ugly. It was ugly. But after that, I calmed back down. Lowest score was an 84. So I shot 84, 88. I told you Pinehurst was 97. Mid-South was about a 90. So overall, it was a decent time. But when I tell you the golf mecca was right there, I mean, it was kiss the baby.
One of my partners, she and I went to junior high and high school together. She lives there.
Over in
lives on Pinehurst.
Yeah,
lives in Pinehurst. It had a couple recommendations and caddies and stuff for me. I forgot to give it to you.
Hey, you should get because
I figured you was gonna forget. I figured he was gonna forget to roll down to my alma mater, and
that's facts.
Exactly.
Once
he didn't care.
The golf got me.
So as you're making your drive down I-95, did you notice all the south of the border signs?
Yeah, I did.
Takes Buc-ee's out. Buc-ee's has some signs, but theirs are better than Buc-ee's.
Really?
Yes. Right. You were sitting there thinking about, should I go to south of the border?
Man,
yes.
I thought it was that was the birthplace for something.
Yes. Woo. I challenge you to make that drive down 95 and not think about hitting south of the border because of Pedro billboards. All
right. I mean,
beautiful.
Put it out there. I mean, Buc-ee's is everything around here. Like, come on now.
Top notch.
No. So here's the thing. I'm not telling you that south of the border is a better place than Buc-ee's. I'm just strictly talking about the billboards that make you want to go.
Advertising.
Right, the advertising. The advertising was pretty good. So
it was unreal.
Church went down to North Carolina, beautiful part of North Carolina, southeast North Carolina, where I've spent a good chunk of my life down there. But
got lucky. It was hurricane came through.
You got out.
Got out just in time.
You got out just, yes, sir. Flooding and a whole bunch of other stuff was happening around there. So, yes, good for you. So, Church is back. I'm not mad at you, Church. You were blessed by that bag from Shad Khan. Spend it, use it, do what you do. It ain't like the football season started here yet. You didn't miss nothing but a practice yesterday, so it's all good. So, Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat. He's Heckma Harrison. That's Barry Church, former Dallas Cowboys safety. I'm merely Newey Scruggs here, helping facilitate the program. Joint practice against the Rams, the good thing, okay, and the ultimate thing. Nobody was hurt.
That's facts. Yeah.
Okay. Nobody was hurt. No skirmishes out there at all. No skirmishes.
Surprise.
Yes. Yeah. Jeff Fisher's not there anymore.
Right.
He liked that.
He was dirty because he was dirty. Okay.
He loved that.
Okay. Yeah. Mr. 79 Bull Jive is gone. So none of that there. For me, Jordan Lewis continues to get things done. When you go against Cooper Kupp, You talk about one of the best slot guys in the league, a Super Bowl MVP. When you're going out there and you're holding up your own there, Jordan Lewis is, man, he's taken a good camp already, Heckman, where you're right against your guys, but now you're taking it against one of the best in the game.
Yeah, I think that we talked about him on Wednesday. We talked about him and what he does for this defense and how he's galvanized this secondary and also holding off some of these young pups that's out to him as well because he has a one-year deal. And look, he's been around here because he's been, just a pit bull, a guy that's moved wherever they've asked him to play. And as you stated a while, man, is that, playing inside in that nickel position is not easy. And a lot of guys can't convert from playing on the outside to inside. But he's made it look, made it look easy. But I tell you what, a guy that really in that joint practice that stood out to me was Eric Kendricks. And look, there's a lot of question marks around this defense, bringing in Mike Zimmer. But Eric Kendricks, to me, is going to shore up a position of much need, but also bring a level of toughness. Now, we're going to talk about this all through the preseason because last season gave you those question marks about the toughness of this team. And you had to bring in a veteran that was no nonsense and obviously going to bring up a lot of those young guys that you have back there. I mean, look, it's just needed, all right? It's needed, and, I'm sure we'll talk about the offensive side of the ball because there was some things that I saw on that offensive line that did not give me faith that these guys are getting any better right now in the early part of training camp. But there's some other guys on that defensive front that I think if you want to give number 58, Mozzie Smith, a little bit more credit, he's starting to turn it around a little bit in camp right now. All the reports are not bad, Nui. All the reports are not bad, Nui. So when you see that first rounder start to take some steps, because look, this preseason is going to be very important for Mozzie. They may hold him out, but at some point he's going to have to get it going.
Yeah, Mozzie's going to have to show me. Yeah, I got to see Mozzie. I got to see, before I, give him his just due, I got to see him a little bit. But when you talk about Jordan Lewis and what he's been able to do at that nickel position, you just talked about it. It's one of the hardest positions in the secondary because it's not only about, okay, this man is across from me, I got to cover him one-on-one, I got to lock him up. You also got to be that third linebacker against the run. You also got to be able to blitz coming off the edge. And this is a guy that can put pressure on quarterbacks. He got 8.5 sacks through his career, so he can put pressure on the quarterback. And overall, to me, he's the best nickel that this team has. I mean, I know you got your guys on the outside. You got Bland. You got Diggs on the outside. But we talk about a nickelback who's the three-tool player. He can blitz. He can cover. He can play against the run. This is the guy that does it for me. And I'm with you when you talk about these linebackers. So from what I've seen on the tape, these guys were downhill pretty much the entire practice. Kendricks was doing his thing. Overshow, to me, he showed a lot of pop in there. I mean, he stuck his nose in there a lot, was coming downhill. And what you like to see most about it, and maybe this is what, Mozzie Smith has been able to do while he's been in there, but those guys were moving free. There was no, guards coming up in there. They have to fight off these guys to get around to the run game. These guys were able to go downhill and run without anybody blocking their way. So if we can get that going, I mean, this linebacker core, they got a chance to be legit out there. But it all starts up front, and we'll see what this defensive line can do as the year progresses.
All right, Heckman, let's go over to the offensive side. So you have your concerns from yesterday's joint practice against the Rams.
Well, obviously not now having the opportunity to go up against a different jersey. You see guys kind of, oh, wow, that Awesome Richards, a guy that we've been talking about over at the left tackle, backing up Chuma Edoga, and also, by the way, our first rounder and Guyton. Man, he started out practice pretty bad in the one-on-one drill.
Like it is.
Yeah, he started out pretty bad. And, man, one-on-one drills really, as Brian Broaddus was talking about, is really kind of difficult for the offensive linemen because the offensive line, as you know, works in unison together. And they're just, just link and chain together. So, look, we're looking for a guy to at least claim that backup position. And I think Awesome Richards is the guy that you really want to put in there because of where he is as a draft. But also, you just want to be younger at that position.
Over Edoga?
Over Edoga.
Okay.
Yeah, you want him to at least challenge Edoga for the backup position because, look, I don't know Tyler Guyton dealing with some illness last week coming into this week. where he is as far as how they view him. That's been a mystery, and it's starting to get even more murky as the days go on, the way that they use him, what we're seeing from him. So, look, we need that first rounder, obviously, to be the man. As you talked about before, don't play with my feelings. Don't have
go ahead and throw him in there, man. Like, don't play around with me. Don't play around
with me. Go ahead and put him in there and let's see what he can do. But right now, they've been really reserved with the reps that they've been giving him.
When you talk about this O-line, I know we got, BB in there, second-round pick, but I like what I've seen from Hoffman in there. I mean, this guy seems like a nasty, road grader type. But when you got those two guys on the, outside of you talking about
Martin
or Zach Martin
and Smith
on the other sides of you, there was some gaping holes in there for Zeke and for Rico running through, and they ran right up that middle. So it's gonna be an interesting battle. We talked about it last week with BB and Hoffman,
Not
and
really.
You don't think it's going to be an interesting battle?
Not really, because when you were on the back nine, we had Nate Newton.
I was swinging that.
we had Nate Newton on the show, and Nate basically said it's not even really a competition.
It's Hoffman?
He said it's Hoffman. He's played well. Also, that BB's just, it's not natural. He's still learning it. And I go back to, and we've talked about this before on the podcast. I don't know if you were with us at the time when we were going through Terrence Steele. After that bad rookie year, where he did all the work in the offseason to get himself better that second year. Then you saw, and I think for Hoffman, he's done all, from everything you've been hearing, that he's did all the work in the offseason to get ready to take advantage of it. And right now, it's his to lose. Mm-hmm. And BB, I think, is a better guard from what Nate was saying. Better guard, and he was definitely that at Kansas State, was an All-American. And when you start thinking about depth, and potentially what could happen to Zach Martin, and maybe he's not here with this team next year and retires. Yeah. Cooper Beebe's got a good future, but right now this is Hoffman's, and this is where come Saturday night, I need to see a whole lot of Hoffman and a whole lot of Trey Lance.
Oh yeah,
that's what I need to see Saturday night against the Rams so far.
Look, we're going to get obviously after our players that we want to watch, and I think this Hoffman debate with Cooper Beebe it's getting to a point where a lot of people are choosing Hoffman based off of, obviously his role, his tenure. He knows the position. Obviously, he knows the offense as well. And Cooper Beebe, there's a bit of a learning curve to him. Mm-hmm. But I'm not one of those people, man, that just the eyeball test. When I look at a guy that has a certain amount of nasty about him, and Cooper Beebe has that. You see him, even from his college days, he just has that grit. And man, guys are really good, and yeah, it is my emo affiliation, K-State, that all day and tomorrow. But that's not it. I see a guy that's nasty. And BC, you've been on teams where you've seen guys that are really good, and it's hard for coaches to keep him off the field.
Yeah,
and he's not a finesse guy. So this is what this offensive line has needed. Obviously, I'm not thinking that he's going to unroot Zach Martin, okay? I'm not crazy. But what I am saying is that the learning curve for him is trying to learn a position that he hadn't been playing. And that's center. So it's going to come down to something, a point that Nui made just the other day. We know in the National Football League that if you're a second off or you snap that ball a little late or it's got too much air on it, that's all the defense really needs to get home. And so that may be what's holding him back. But as far as just a get after it kind of a guard and pick, man, I'm excited for Cooper Beebe.
They're going to give him every opportunity. With the draft pick he was selected in, Hoffman, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was a later round, or was he even drafted?
No, okay, this is my thing on, just going back to what you said, Heck. I believe BB is going to be a player that can contribute for this Cowboys team. I think this is going to be a draft pick. They took him in the third round. There's a future for him here. But so far from what we've seen, Hoffman has locked this thing up, and in a perfect world, the way this thing might be going right now, okay, this is just me. Indulge me for a second.
I am. Let's go.
Left tackle is a question mark. You'd like Guyton to be there. Oh, boy. Ain't nobody trusting Chuma right now. You're not ready to go put your tips behind Chuma.
No.
So if you have to kick Tyler Smith to left, maybe you put BB at left guard. You got Hoffman at center. Maybe even it's TJ Bass. But I'm not sold right now on left tackle. And before I get sold on throwing Chuma out there, doggone it, I'll put Tyler Smith out there.
But they're going to throw the big guy out there. They going to. I mean, it's first round, they ain't going to let it. They going to throw my man out.
They're not going to let him mess up the money.
They going to throw him out there for sure.
Do I need to go through? Game 1, Cleveland. League Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Game 2, Saints. Cam Jordan. Game 3, Baltimore. Game 4, the New York Giants.
Yeah.
I mean,
Game 5 at Pittsburgh.
But you know how these scouts work. You know they're not going to sit there and be like, I want to be wrong. I picked the wrong guy.
It's
You're going to give him
time.
every chance. And they're going to give him, even if he showed in camp that he's not the guy, they're going to put him out there because they don't want to be proven wrong. We all understand how this works.
Look, and this is, once again, this is me. I'm not sitting here telling you that this kid can't work out, but right now you've missed some practice and there's some question marks. Now we've got these preseason games, but if it comes to it and I don't see what I need to see, I know this. If I'm Dak Prescott, I'm like, look, I got my money on him.
Yeah, you know. Hey, that's what I'm saying.
You best throw Tyler on out. If I'm Mike McCarthy, if I'm a die, I'm a die with Tyler Smith playing left, and we're gonna bring somebody else in here playing a left guard. Okay.
Yeah.
Because he played tackle all camp, though. Have they put him out there at all?
You know, bruh, he's played there before.
Yeah, they've made some rotation. Okay. They've made some rotation. They've obviously put him out there, but not with the ones. Not in any real time.
He could do it. Boy, some of you all may say this is blasphemous, but when I think of how we saw Zach Martin and Larry Allen be able to go out and play some tackle and play it at a strong level. Mm-hmm. I think of Tyler Smith the same way. Will McClay once told me we drafted him to be our left tackle. If Tyler Guyton doesn't improve, and we had Nate Newton on, Nate still had question marks, and before I trust Chuma Edoga against Myles Garrett and TJ Watt and others, I will throw Tyler Smith out there. And if I'm Dak Prescott, I go into Jerry. Not forget McCarthy. I go to Jerry.
Come on,
that's the problem.
That's the chain of command. Don't break chain of command right
That's
now.
what we always talk about. These guys jumping on the guy.
And the
guy has no power. That's the problem we have now.
Because I'm Mike McCarthy. If I'm Mike McCarthy, I go knock on the door after Dak Prescott, and we had the same conversation. If my job is going to be on the line before we run out there and do that, especially these first 5 games, you better throw Tyler Smith out there.
If the man's healthy, you don't think they're going to throw Guyton out there? If he, all things, even if he's had a shaky camp, if the man's healthy.
Barry, I'm with you. I'm with you because you know that's the way of things, and they don't want to be wrong. But at the same time, when we get an opportunity to see him in live action, and it's apparent, we haven't. Look, what we've gotten from him is just little clips and snippets of him going up against Micah. Mm-hmm. We haven't seen him against any opposition yet. And I think once we start to get that film, that's where things start to go downhill quickly. It was the same with Mozzie. Remember Mozzie in camp? There was rumblings. There was, we're not sure. And then when he got out there, it's like,
the Seattle game.
I
remember that one.
Oh, he got rollers on.
No white tees in the
club. Oh my God.
You got a white tee on.
You don't play safety. It got bad fast, and it's those things that resonates, and I think those are the things that start to play in a player's mind where there's doubt. And I think that's the biggest thing. I don't know. Yeah. That's the biggest question mark. Where is Guyton in his development? He missed with some sickness, but even through OTAs, there was just, all right, let's
the big guy
some enthusiasm. Let's bring that enthusiasm back a little bit.
Saturday. Guyton better get out there, okay? You too young to remember this, but this is what Billy said to Kid in Purple Rain. Better get out there and better show something, kid.
Better do something, kid.
Better do something, kid. Better go out there, kid. Show me something.
It's tonight or never.
Mm-hmm. Let's get our first break in here. I'm all about Trey Lance.
Oh.
Who's with me? Who's with me Saturday night? Trey Lance. I don't feel the love. Let's dive into it right now. After the break, right here, Playing Sons, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com radio.
Are you the 2024 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans. Nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboys fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year and win prizes, including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys!
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Back to the Players Lounge.
The creators of Buffalo Casino Games brings you Cowboy-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat. Find America's team on and off the reels now at a casino near you. Do you have a gambling problem? Please contact 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Thank you, Heckma Harrison. Fantastic job on the read.
Yes, it did.
Players Lounge brought to you by
Gotta stay focused. Gotta stay focused on this thing, boy.
Yes,
Look
sir.
out.
Look out.
Stuck.
My bad.
Oh, my goodness. Don't help me up and be patting on me.
No, that's the thing.
Hey, get off of me.
Yes, my apologies. Sunday, Cowboys, Rams Sunday, not Saturday. I'm so used to also the preseason games being Saturday, and my kids leaving for college on Saturday, so she's going to go up to Heck's old stomping grounds in Manhattan, Kansas.
Oh, man, she's about to have a blast. Haymaker Hall, baby.
Call Hall is my favorite spot over there.
Call Hall.
Call Hall.
Okay.
That's where they serve ice cream. And they make they make their own ice cream with Kansas State. So
Okay.
that means the agricultural school, the cows right out back. So they make their own ice cream.
They do.
They make their own ribs, ground beef, Italian sausage, pancake. Oh yeah,
I can get into that now.
Yeah.
For sure.
and I have. And actually,
One thing you're not gonna do in Manhattan is starve.
Oh, they got
Oh, you gonna eat.
yeah. So there's good stuff up there. All right, Barry Church,
Yes,
former
sir.
Cowboy safety. He's Heckma Harrison. I'm Newey Scruggs. This is Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. So the Cowboys' first preseason game is in Inglewood, California, against the Rams. We talk about all these people here, but to me, the whole preseason it's always been about one guy, Trey Lance, backup quarterback here. Dak Prescott doesn't have a contract.
It's always been about it. I'm sorry.
What's the preseason?
No,
been about?
you're right. You're right. I just
Name the quarterback on the roster for 2025. Who signed?
Nobody.
Nobody. Yeah, Keith Sweat song. Nobody. So
sell it to me, man.
they sat up there, gave up a 4th round pick, and they were like, we go see what we got out of Trey Lance. And what was it supposed to be all about? Preseason. So see something.
Yeah.
Rams. Above all, I need to see what Trey Lance has.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, he should get a lot of snap.
I'll tell you
every snap almost.
Tell you who else want to see what Trey Lance has. Dak and his agent. Let Trey Lance get out there and not get it done.
Yeah, Cooper Rush too. Him and his.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't think Cooper Rush has anything to worry about.
I'm with you on that. I think
Cooper Rush is fine. I mean, I think Cooper. Put it like this: if they cut Cooper Rush tomorrow, that guy would be gobbled up. Cooper Rush is proving he can play in this league as a backup quarterback. Anybody would be happy to have Cooper Rush. Trey Lance, on the other hand,
unproven.
We don't know. So this is the job of the preseason. I want to know what Trey Lance had. I'm excited. I don't feel you, Heckman, that you're with me on that.
But I mean, look, you bait me.
I feel like I'm alone.
No, you're not. You know how to bait me now, and I think I've been on the show long enough. You know what to do, and I fall right into it. And I'm gonna go right that way right now because I don't understand why you think Trey Lance is a threat to Dak at all. in any way, shape, or form. I don't even know if the organization was using Trey Lance as leverage for Dak. I mean, if you're just trying to shore up the backup position, then fine. I'll go with that. But Dak has nothing to worry about or even fear from Trey Lance at all. It's his job. Today, tomorrow, next year. I mean, we got to get stuff worked out. But at the same time, a future with Trey Lance is going to get you picking in round 1 through 10. I don't want that. You don't want that. That's going to make these shows a lot less interesting if you have a guy like that at quarterback. You could talk about how you're bringing him along slowly. Mike McCarthy is the quarterback whisperer and all of that. You already got your guy. So this Trey Lance talk to me, I just want to see how good you are. Can we trust you if we need you for a game and a half? That's it.
What y'all need to see from him? Like, what do y'all, when he goes out there, what do y'all want to see that be like, okay.
Some completions,
that's
touchdown, some positives. I need to see what we saw out of Romo when we saw him move up to the backup spot and when he led the Cowboys to a win. What we saw from Dak Prescott, ironically, in Los Angeles.
I remember that game.
When
Coliseum.
Okay.
Oh, that's different.
Okay. Right, that's what I need to see. That's what I need to see. So, heck, man, I think and believe that Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones both want to get a deal done. But if Trey Lance can show you he can be a quality backup in this league and can utilize some of the skills he has that made him the 3rd overall pick, that is worth having in a 17-game season where we have seen quarterbacks go down.
Absolutely.
If Dak Prescott, a quarterback that we have seen have issues with health over the last 4 years.
Now, you just switched the bait on me. You switched the bait on me because the first bait was Trey Lance being the guy that's going to start at 25. That's where I'm like, I'm off of that. No, if he's a backup, then yeah, I'm there.
But the door is still open because there is no quarterback under contract at 25. So it can't just sit up here and dismiss it and just say, well, what's it going to do? I mean, Jerry's sitting here playing this game of chicken with CeeDee Lamb. He's already played it once with Dak Prescott. So to act like it couldn't happen, that Trey Lance is not going to be here at all, I wouldn't say that. Jerry has shown that he will pay and keep quarterbacks around. We saw the Kyle Orton deal. Kyle Orton was up there killing it. He was making $5 million at the time when quarterbacks were making about 8 or 9. He was making a nice, good chunk of change. So I think Trey Lance being here is smart. Cooper Rush being here has proven to be smart.
Oh, yeah.
Is Trey Lance that next type of player that Mike McCarthy can develop? And if so, then that could be a very good positive for the Cowboys. So I need to see what Trey Lance can do. I want to know. You're paying him. It's supposed to be about the preseason. This dude's supposed to get out here and show me what he can do. I need to see it because I want to. Scott Tolzien, quarterback coach. What is it that you put into this guy? Mike McCarthy. What did you get out of it? I need to see something.
And I'm with you on that. I'd love to see something. I just don't want to see it just all athleticism. Like, I don't want to go out there and just see him, I'm taking off. Every single time. Now, I understand he got the wheels. He has the athleticism to do so. And if you're rolling out of the pocket, I just want to see him being able, like you said earlier, to complete some passes out there. Drop back, sit there. If first option's not there, don't just take off after that. Step up in the pocket and see what you got. I think that would give everybody a little bit easier, mind, just thinking, okay, this guy, he can play the quarterback position. He's just not a wide receiver playing quarterback. So that's what I would like to see out of him. Just don't go out there and just run around all day. Because we understand that it'll win you maybe a game, maybe. But we understand everybody in this league is fast. And, there's only one Lamar Jackson. So to me, just go out there and show that you can play this quarterback position.
There's not going to be a Trey Lance package or anything like that. And here's what I also say. I think seeing him in the preseason is very important as well, but defenses are going to be very vanilla. So seeing him not struggle against some of those defenses is going to kind of give him a leg up with Cooper Rush, So that I would say that's what I want to see, Newey, more than anything, because I know he's not going to be dealing with any exotic blitzes.
Yeah. That's fine. Go out and do something. Okay, because right now the arrow is pointing down.
Yeah,
people are down on him. So I want to see what he can do. So there needs to be Trey Lance needs to get out there and show me something. I got L Boogie, Hunter Lemke needs to get out there and show me something.
Just so we can put L Boogie out there. I want to see that.
You were not here, and I have to bring this up because Nate Newton. I asked him straight up. I was like, Nate,
No, he did not.
Oh, so yes, he did.
Oh, I got to call
He
Nate.
jumped all the way out the cake.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Nate?
Nate did. He was like, man, hey, he's your
I gotta
third.
combo.
In his words, he's your third down running back. That's what he said. So
You mean like third and 8 and they got a block up type deal? Or you talking about like any third down? He might get the option.
It's been a lot. Hey, man, I don't know. I don't know if they're selling wolf tickets or not, man. But it's in a lot of talk about Hunter Lipke out from it. If it's Mike McCarthy, Will McClay, there's been a lot of positive talk about Hunter Lipke.
If I were a gambling man, I'd go take $100 and go down to Vegas and put it on El Boogie to make the Pro Bowl.
Get the.
So,
why we gotta go to that?
Yeah, no. And so that's the thing. Like, so when that's what bothers me, Nui. I have a whole conversation with you about Jake Ferguson, right? You shoot me down about Jake Ferguson, but then you have the audacity to sit here and say Pro Bowl?
Pro Bowl Boogie.
Are you kidding me?
I can't believe
Are you really for real?
Pro Bowl Boogie. That's what we go.
Okay, so
if you shuffle, you got the boogie shuffle next.
Now let's put it into perspective now.
Oh man,
you were trying to put Jake Ferguson in the category of Travis Kelce and George Kittle.
No, that's out of pocket.
So listen,
that's out of pocket.
What I was saying.
No. That's what you did.
And context.
Thank you.
You
That's
added
all I
context.
said. That's all I
You
said.
added context, and I'm talking about a player making a jump. Making a jump from 761 yards to being one of those elite. What do we consider to be elite? George Kittle at the tight end position. What do we consider to be elite? 1,000 yards?
Yeah, if he can give you a stack from that position, then yeah, that's
so
elite.
Michael Gallup leaves 57 targets on the table. Who you think getting some of that, eating off some of that?
Oh, Ferg gonna
eat off some of that. Come on now. So if I say 1,000 yards for Jake Ferguson at 761 last year, don't act like I'm far off from that.
Last Cowboy tight end do that.
Jay Witt.
What year was that?
Yeah, it was early. That might have been like 13, 12 or 13.
All right, shoot me down.
I'm just saying, where you're trying to take him.
Okay, shoot me down.
Now, El Boogie, fullback position, Pro Bowl. That ain't unachievable. Turpin made the Pro Bowl. Brandon Aubrey made the Pro Bowl.
Ain't no way.
We got to see if he's healthy. We got to see if he's stay healthy.
El Boogie.
How? Okay.
Like I said, I just said.
What seems more reasonable? Jake Ferguson or Hunter Lipke making the Pro Bowl? Jake Ferguson getting 1,000? Or Hunter Lipke making after 19 carries from
and a fumble.
You didn't talk about Ferguson making a Pro Bowl. You said Ferguson.
I'm throwing that in there.
You saying Ferguson?
The company. If he is 1,000 yards, what company? Where do you put him? Where do you put him?
If he gets over a stack,
come on,
he's doing
1,010 and 10 tutties. Where do you put him if he does that? What company is he in then?
Laporta. I put him in there with Laporta.
And see, Laporta was a guy that I said I would rank higher than Ferguson.
Yeah, I put Laporta above Ferguson.
Yes. So what I said and what I came with you with.
I can't, man. I can't. But see, you baited me again. Go ahead, man. You baited me again.
You talk about Mark Andrews type,
Look at your BC. Look at your offense right now. Who's your number 2 receiver in this offense right now?
When CeeDee gets back, it'll be Ferg.
Okay, and now what are defensive coordinators not going to do this year with CeeDee Lamb? They're not going to single cover him. Yeah. They're going to find a way to get another man on him. Who's going to leave? Who's that's going to leave open?
That's Ferg.
Come on, there are going to be some other guys eating off of this. That's why I bring up the Gallup 57 targets. Don't act like this man ain't gonna have the ability to eat, Nui.
I didn't say he could eat.
Yeah.
You tried to put him up there with Kittle.
I'm putting him in this. I'm making projections for his career on where he can go and what he can be. You bring up Laporta and the Detroit Lions offense last season. He put up in great numbers. Why did he do that? Because he was their middle of the field target in their threat. Who is Jake Ferguson? He's the same guy. So let's not act like these numbers are astronomical or Laporta is, oh my God, come on, man, he's not. He's not 500 yards better a tight end than Jake Ferguson. 10 tutties last season, that puts him in another category. All right, but 5 for Jake Ferguson. If you can make that up with the targets, I'll make up 1,000 and another 5 touchdowns, buddy.
You're taking it personal.
No, I'm not.
If Ferg is doing that much production out there, I don't think this offense is going to be, as high powered as it was last year. I mean, because we understand that. What does Dak Prescott love? He loves his wide receivers. He loves CeeDee Lamb. Now, Ferguson, he can stretch the field. He can be that middle of the field, run through guy. He can do work that way. But to me, if we're doing all that passing, that means we're not balanced. And that means we ain't got nothing in the backfield.
All I'm doing
and we all seen 35 passes a game, 45 passes a game from Dak Prescott.
That's interesting. That's an interesting. It's an interesting.
That's not what we need.
How do you repurpose those 57 targets to other guys on your team? That means Brandon Cook's going to be able to eat more. Jalen Tolbert's going to be able to eat more. And then, oh, by the way, Jake Ferguson as well. I'm just talking about schemes that the defense is going to play you with. That's all. And you're going to need that target in the middle of the field. More than L Boogie with the hoodie, because I can put a linebacker on L Boogie. All right? He ain't running away from nobody. You can put a okay? He ain't running away from nobody.
Taking it personally.
No, I'm not.
When we come back.
Put L Boogie out wide.
Yeah. He's in motion. Hunter Lipke in motion. What are you talking about?
When we come back, Jerry Jones saying no urgency about a deal with CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. Over the shoulder. Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
L Boogie with the hoodie. I like that one. Hey,
Pro Bowl Boogie. Boogie season. It is Zach Harrison. Barry Church.
Man,
I'm Dewey Scruggs. Jerry Jones, no urgency about CeeDee Lamb. Let's discuss it next right here on DallasCowboys.com radio.
To kick off the 2023 NFL season, Hugo Boss teamed up with the NFL and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection featuring hoodies, crews, t-shirts, polos, joggers, and more. The bold, unique apparel of the Boss NFL collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, at HugoBoss.com, and at Boss retail stores. #Be your own boss.
I'm Cowboys alumni, Danny McCray, here with Smoothie King asking, what's that sound? That's the sound of me sipping one of their Power Pack smoothies with over 10 grams of protein. With real fruits and organic veggies, because at Smoothie King, what you see is what you sip. So grab a delicious Smoothie King smoothie, throw a straw in your jaw, and get sipping real. Smoothie King, the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1, any broadcast without the express addition of cooked-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12, no crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31, anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
The official 2024 Dallas Cowboys Star Magazine training camp preview is now available. This year's edition featuring scouting reports, position analysis, a pull-out schedule poster, and articles from your favorite Cowboy writers. Get your training camp preview today at your local pro shop or DallasCowboys.com/star.
Thank you, Heckma Harrison. Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Got former Cowboy safety Barry Church. I'm Dewey Scruggs. Shout out to our boy Reggie Reed, who hit us up on Twitter saying, I'm watching the training camp videos and some of the scrimmages against the Rams, and I just ordered 12 boxes of Hopium. Them Cowboys just be calling me. And then he got the picture of Chris Rock in New Jack City where he said he just keeps calling me.
There it is. We always say it happens.
I'm off that narcotic.
Yeah.
No hopium for me here. No, I'm okay.
You'll be back. They always come back. You'll be back. Line around the corner.
Hopium.
So Jerry Jones asked about CeeDee Lamb. Was there a sense of urgency? He said no. ESPN made a big deal out of it, became a big deal. People weren't talking so much about the joint practice. They're talking about Jerry and his response, and then CeeDee Lamb goes on Twitter, and then he does a LOL to the social media post. And I raised my hand. I was suckered last year. Jerry drew his line about Zach Moore, told us what he was going to do. Then we at the Nobu party in Malibu. Jerry's, feeling good and just telling us how he's holding the line. And I'm sitting there like a fool, and I bought it all.
Yeah, he did. I remember.
Mm-hmm. Zach Moore not getting paid. Oh, what happened?
Yeah.
He did.
And you don't even drink, so that's crazy.
No.
You don't even drink. you went for it.
So CeeDee Lamb's getting paid.
Oh, he gonna get his money. He gonna get it.
Okay, can you just tell everybody out there?
He
I'm not buying this whole Jerry said Zeke cool one time. I remember being out the camp. We blew that up. Oh my gosh, he said Zeke cool up. Zeke got paid. Didn't just get paid, set the record.
Yeah.
And made a T-shirt out of Zeke who.
That is true.
Right, right. So, CeeDee Lamb willing to miss $1 million a game. Yep, he is, because he's going to get paid. Yeah. He's going to get paid.
Yeah, he will.
Okay? You cannot have this season without CeeDee Lamb. Period. He's getting paid.
Yeah.
So I don't care what Jerry says, because Jerry's playing the media. He knows is what week 3, people are tired. It's the same old storylines. And so what did Jerry just do? Here is a training camp scrimmage practice against the Rams. First time you get to see somebody else. And what happened? The owner hijacked the whole highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Just took it all over, man.
Yeah.
Like Kamala Harris. I just taking everything all spotlight. Trump like, wait a minute, what about me? Jerry just snatched the whole spotlight.
He did.
Here I go. Like she said, I'm talking. There's Jerry. Nobody. Hey, what about Mozzie Smith? Jerry, I'm talking.
What about Mozzie Smith?
Well, what about Jordan Lewis looking good? Jerry, I'm talking.
Oh, man.
So why would you say that? I don't know. Went to high school, went to college. I went to Nobu last. This is just Jerry, man, just saying stuff, man. And here we are in the media, all suck. And then, of course, ESPN. Oh my gosh, I don't know if this is good for CeeDee Lamb. I don't know if they're going to get a deal done for him. No, he's playing you.
He is.
There's going to be a deal done. Heck no, there's going to be a deal done. Write that down. CeeDee Lamb is going to be playing for the Cowboys against Cleveland. It's going to happen.
No, of course. No, everybody knows it, and I think for let's not play the common sense game right here, because I think people really want to entertain the notion that CeeDee Lamb is going to go somewhere. For the Cowboys not to get this done at this early part of the season would be disastrous because of the teams that you're playing. Okay. That 12-5 seed, those 12-5 repeat seasons have come down to having guys here, guys that can get it done, guys that can run Mike McCarthy's offense, defense, no matter what, right? If you're Dak, it's more reason for Dak, especially with what he has riding, to get CeeDee Lamb in the building, because look, it could mean disaster for him. And you being a guy that has sat at the negotiating table with Jerry, you know that it's. You're probably not even old enough to know Let's Make a Deal back in the 70s. You remember the Let's Make a Deal back in the 70s? Great show, right? A guy would come up to you with a box and he'd tell you, you got a box full of money. You can have what's in that. You can have what's in that box, or you could take what's behind door number 1. So you didn't know how much money was in the box, and you didn't know what was behind door number 1. So you had options, right? Or you're going to give this what's behind door number 1 to another guy in front of you. So you're playing a guessing game, and that's what NFL players are doing right now, guessing. Do I take the deal that's in front of me, or do I risk going into free agency and getting paid something else? For you, what was behind door number 1? Shah Khan with a blank check. Well, what are you going to take? What's in the box of Shah Khan? Dami Umbago.
It's been real.
It's been real. I'm going to go with the money. Right? And that's what guys are doing right now. They're going with the money. Yeah. And look, for CeeDee, like I said it's black and white, because you have other guys that's already reset the market, and Justin Jefferson, it's $35 a year. We don't know if it's the years. We don't know what it can be, but we know it's $35 a year. Anything less than that, I think CeeDee's not going to sign.
Yeah, he's going to get his bread. I ain't worried about CeeDee. He's definitely going to get his bread. But I do find a little bit interesting is something that you said last week about, Jerry talking to these free agents and all that, saying, basically you got to sing for your supper. Now, when it comes to Dak Prescott, I could kind of lean towards what Jerry's doing right there. I can. Because when you look at it, if you pay him early, what is paying him early going to get you? I mean, get you, your quarterback, for future and all that good stuff. But has that proven to, been able to get to the mountaintops? I don't know. So I'm with him on the Prescott, but CeeDee Lamb, you got to get that thing done. I mean, that's just simple as that.
How many times has that strategy worked in terms of your quarterback?
Not paying him?
Yeah, you play it out. I mean, off the top of my head, I can see one time where I'm like, okay, that worked out. Joe Flacco. But the Ravens offered Joe a deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't like this way they play. He said, man, here's the deal. He said, nah, I'm gonna bet on me. And they were like, okay, bet. Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you don't normally see players that want to go do this. And most teams would rather get something done.
Right.
So
and most front offices would make him a restricted free agent, not an unrestricted free agent.
That's a difference.
Because they're not going to do their bidding through other teams.
Yeah.
Dak is a unrestricted free agent. So that means when he gets out, it's not matching, it's besting these other teams. And they're going to be suitors. For everybody that doesn't think that Dak has a market, you're stupid. You know, they're going and even when I said it's going to $60 million, it's going to be $60 million.
Yeah, it's going to be 60, 65.
Right.
Somewhere in there.
So you don't think Jerry? I mean, all right, you're right, but in the end of the day, I believe this: Jerry can top any offer, and he's still the place that Dak knows. And an offense, and obviously if he has a great year, that means the second year of this offense, he's in command of this thing, and so that means he should be back. And if he has another great year, Mike McCarthy will be back. So the Jets could sit around here and offer him $65 million. Hey, Dak, you want to take $65 million for the Jets? You want to take 60 right here? I mean, I think at the end of the day, Jerry will be able to outbid whoever. If Jerry came to you and offered you more than shotgun, you'd been here, right? Yeah. So to me, heck, I don't even think that matters. I think Jerry knows that at the end of the day, if I want my quarterback here, I can top any offer in the league and he'll be here.
Let me ask you this then. What does that do for the mentality of the locker room if Dak goes through this season without a contract and it lasts all the way to the end of the year? What if the Cowboys don't have the season that we're looking at?
But they're not quarterbacks.
No, I understand. But at the end of the day, you're still looking at a guy on your team, the leader of your team, not sure to be here. There's a lot of things unsettled, and you've been in the locker room, so you know exactly how guys are going to be talking about this, which you already knowing what the other quarterbacks in the league are getting. Let's say if it comes down to the offensive line not producing, or the defense is really bad, it's not Dak's fault. He's going out there, he's competing, doing everything he's supposed to do, but you're not giving him anything to work with.
That's not in your control. All you can do is control what you can control. How they treat the quarterback is how they treat the quarterback. I mean, we saw how he treated Diggs. He paid Diggs.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, but okay. But to your point, Diggs didn't let it get contentious and didn't let it get ugly either. It didn't last till Diggs was in the last year of his deal. They came and they made sure that they took care of him so there wasn't any rift. There was no rift to even talk
But
of.
Those are choices.
Choices, but that's what we say. How can you get Diggs done so early so that it doesn't get contentious? And here you are sitting with CeeDee, who's the star, one of these superstars on your team.
His agent is not Todd France.
All right, man. Well,
Todd, remember the guy who was Justin Simmons from Denver?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Todd had like three. It was Dak and two other guys, and one of them, I think, might have been two of them, or at least one of them didn't get a deal done. So Todd France is operating a little bit differently than some other agents. And I've said this before. If you're negotiating with Jerry Jones, especially on something like the quarterback position, these agents are looking at trying to get the best deal they can because they know it's predicated on other agents coming back and looking at you and saying whether or not you can get a deal done.
Yeah.
The agent thing plays a big part in this deal. But
let's make a deal.
What's behind door number one?
I just think when other players are trying to somehow compare their situations with a quarterback, you just shouldn't do it. It's just a whole different.
No, I understand. I understand that quarterbacks are getting paid on potential. Guys are getting paid off of what they did. Yeah. And that's obviously their market is something completely separate from the other 52 guys on their roster. Yeah. What I'm saying is you're treating our leader like this. This is a guy that's putting it on the line, a guy that's come back to giving you repeat back-to-back 12-5 seasons. And you're treating him like mud.
And what happened to the leader last time came around? What did he walk away with?
The bag. Dame bago.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, from Tank Lawrence to Dak, they've all had to go do their thing with Jerry, but guess what? They all walked away with?
Zeke, no.
Man, do your thing, Jerry.
Walked away with the bag. Everybody got paid. What Zach Martin do? Walked away with the bag.
Walked away with the
bag.
Yeah,
So guess what's going to happen to CeeDee Lamb? Walk away with the bag.
Walk away with the
Dak,
bag.
walk away with the bag.
So no sense of urgency.
We just sit around here and talk about it all.
Oh, yeah. They give us plenty to talk about now.
Exactly.
Gave everybody else plenty to talk about.
Heckma Harrison, good job. Barry Church, good to see you back.
Yes, indeed.
I'm Louis Scruggs for Jazz. Josh, everybody a part of it. Thank you for watching Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com radio.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?